It does not matter what the business is. Doesn't matter if you're RFK's campaign. It doesn't matter if you're selling drugs on the street. It doesn't matter if you're the bodega 3 blocks away. Your business requires marketing. Period, point blank, end of story. If you are not marketing your work, you do not have a career. Now, just like secondary income, Michael, this is going to be subjective. So let me be clear. It doesn't have to look like one thing. It's not like, oh, this is, and it's not even just a follower count. That's not even what it is. Are you actively and effectively growing an audience one way or the other, whatever that looks like?
Putting yourself out there. Are you
Sure.
Are you putting yourself out there really? And
but putting your work out there.
Yes.
I'm saying this is, it's not about Joshua Morgan and my sweet little soul. Am I letting people know? Am I putting my work out there? And I'm not saying via a monologue. It could be I'm selling Joshua Morgan and a sweet little soul. But you understand what I'm saying, right? That like, am I, in a basic sense, am I putting myself out there to say I'm interested to work creatively in the world?
Stopping, it's like all of these things, social media especially. If I'm treating this all as a personal, social media is a business tool. That's what social media is. That's what it was made to do.
Absolutely.
That's what it's there
Yep.
for. So if you
Yep.
need to ask yourself, especially, am I using the things I have at my disposal to create, I would argue, like you're saying, an owned audience of some kind to reach people I need to reach. So once again, I can make money, because that's what a career is. It's about making money. It's about making money from something. And so, or am I treating social media and all of these things as more of a personal, oh, I scroll when I'm taking a shit, or I just like, post funny memes without thinking about, am I really using it as a business, which means using it with intention? Because to me, the number one way to know, in my opinion, if you're from a marketing perspective, if you're using your business, if you're using, if you're using marketing, is how are you using all these platforms? How are you using your email? How are you using your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, your whatever marketing platforms you are on? Are you simply a consumer, or
No,
are you focused on output? To me,
I think that's a really good point. And
Yeah.
I just want to frame it this way, because I actually think this is a simple question. Am I taking responsibility for growing an audience or not? And if the answer to, because I would argue that this is one of the biggest differences between a hobby and a career. If my answer is no, I'm not
Yeah,
taking
let's hear the
responsibility for growing an audience. Well, then that might need to be time that we reconsider. And again, let me be clear about this. I'm not talking about 2.5 million followers on YouTube.
Why?
Well, because what are we? It's like when we talk about marketing. It's like we're not forget casting, forget direct, forget those people. We're making art for what? Because we want to share it with people. And besides, again, I don't care if your audience is amassed in real life form, or if it's consolidated into a Twitch or a TikTok, I don't care. But that means that your business, that is really a great metric for you. I'm not even the dollar amount. Is if people are interested in my art and what I have to offer, and I'm taking responsibility for amassing that audience, then one could assume that I am growing a career, and not a hobbyist who's like, I don't care if someone likes my pottery. I don't care if someone likes my diddling around on a guitar. I do it for me, as opposed to, no, I'm a singer and I want to make albums and I want to grow an audience because I want to turn this into a career, something that people pay for. That's the simple question for me around this, that I think could be helpful for people listening to go, am I considering the growth of an audience or not?